two pinnacles guarding the way. We're almost at the top of the gully, and hopefully the real thing will be able to see this beautiful view. There's Peter Aitchison creating a staircase for us, and there's Jeff and Pat.
What's our elevation, Peter?
Well, there's something funny with the altimeter. It shows almost 3,200. It's about the summit. Doesn't seem very likely.
Put it above you if you can. Oh, here we are. We've been waiting in this belay station for about an hour to get to the southwest corner. It's extremely steep. Hopefully we can get over the top of this thing, and who knows where that's going to lead. It's really cold. They're barely keeping ourselves warm on here. Here's the rest of the Centennial Range, Mount Alberta, a piece of Mount Saskatchewan over there, and then across the way the moon's just setting over the other side, neighboring peaks to Mount Logan. There's once again Mount Logan in the dawn. Our camp is down in there somewhere behind that ridge way down. It must be snowing down there right now. And we came from down there. It's very steep on this section. Be anxious to get up there. And Bob is working hard. It's bottomless snow. Took each person now about 20 minutes to make their way through. Very tough. Be very pleased to get up on this thing and get off of it. Big move coming up. He's going for the crest. There's that way.
You wanted Bob and me and Pat to go around there and leave that?
We're in the knife edge right now. Wind slowly over which way. And it is motoring on. We made it! Damn it, and there's Peter. What a beautiful lead. And not too far from us is the summit itself, which we'll be heading over any second now. What a climb!
Here we are, the five of us on the summit of Mount Manitoba, but with the ghost of a sixth person here. For 14 years ago, I started talking with Jared. It was always his wish to be the first Manitoban on the top, and it's dubious whether any of us would have ever heard of this and not known it had been climbed by anyone. And since his death for the last decade, I've sort of kept this secret wish alive. And one day about 7 years ago, when I was in the Peter White Museum in Banff after a bad day of skiing, took a break off and went through the archives, and in fact did find out it was not climbed, and nattered on and on to Peter and Richard about it for the next 7 years. And finally, last Christmas at Peter's and Evelyn's living room, sat down and we did the initial conceptualization, which took another year for him to get Tibor and company involved, and once that happened, that was it. So, to Jared, this reads, "This lost arrow was placed here May 1992 in memory of a lost climber, Jared Israels, who was a conceiver of the Mount Manitoba expedition." Bye-bye, Jared. And also, Catherine we have a Manitoba quarter. You just hold that, and hold the pen for a second. Catherine, who hopefully will be up here in a day or so, has given us a photograph of Elizabeth Parker, native Manitoban, also Free Press reporter, who was an instigator when the other male climbers of her day wanted to just amalgamate with the American Alpine Club. In days long before free trade, Elizabeth Barker was an ardent Canadian and said, "Why should we? Let's have our own Alpine Club." And it's in memory to her and what Catherine has written on the back, following in Elizabeth's spirit, Catherine, May 1992, Mount Manitoba expedition. And we have a summit register, which we'll all sign. That's it.
So I mentioned the quarter. It is the 125th anniversary of Canada, and we're going to leave up the 125th Manitoba quarter.
Here, Peter, you have to sign here.
Okay.
Oh, actually, everyone can sign, but Peter has written
Well, first of all, what a wonderful climb. Peter strategized the whole thing for us and then single-handedly led the whole thing up to the summit, and what a wonderful experience. So I think it's a tribute to him. One of the ugliest couloirs I've ever been in my life, freezing my butt off, and he led it all the way safely and soundly, including the very last.
Cornice Ridge.
And that Cornice Ridge, what a finale. Yeah.
And, I don't think the expedition ever would have really gotten off the ground without your help,
Well, thank you very much.
without your organization.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And of course, that birthday party you guys threw me yesterday.
That was Shane's idea. Shane and his mother came up with that one.
Is that right, eh? Oh,
I
that's
hope we
wonderful.
can get them all up here later.
Yeah, I hope so.
Over here is the famous Mount Logan. An expedition on it this very day. They're going to measure the height of that mountain once and for all. Canon 125 project.